Hey, it's Jason. I'm here with my 2008 Chevy Colorado, and on my Land Rovers I have various diagnostic scanning tools that give me real-time streams, but they do not work on Chevys or the Toyota that I recently got in my car collection. So what did I buy? I bought the BlueDriver Bluetooth scanner, and it goes in your ODBII port and it will light up, and then you're going to basically want to download the BlueDriver app on your phone, as I've done here. And the first thing you're going to really want to do is update the software, and you're going to want to do that because more than likely the firmware on the scanner is out of date. So I started the update about 60 seconds ago and it's 79%, and this is the BlueDriver, and it comes with some basic instructions, and the little scanner hooks down there. So I got this because I wanted to replace just the one I had for everything that wasn't a Land Rover that would just give diagnostic codes and then you go on Google. I really wanted to see the stream data, the car information, and this is a good indication if I'm looking at a used vehicle to buy, if it will pass emissions in the state of Maryland. Sometimes those cheap scanners don't give you the data you need. So when this update finishes, I will go ahead and show you the UI and how you'd go about using it. So basically, when you plug the port, the BlueDriver into the ODBII port, you're going to go ahead and have the BlueDriver app downloaded on your cell phone. This is a Google Pixel Android phone. And you're going to want to say connect. It's going to be in the upper right-hand side. More than likely, as soon as you download it, it will just connect automatically. And then you would probably want to click on More. And then under More, you would want to go to Update Sensor. And you're going to want to say Check for Updates. And this shouldn't have any updates because I just completed it. It says it's up to date. But that's the first thing I would recommend you're going to want to do. It's going to download the update via your cell phone and then push it via Bluetooth to the actual device. And then you would go into Scan Tool. And you're going to see all the options in here. You could click on vehicle information, you could go to the engine specifications, and it will show you things about the engine. You know, it's a 3.7 liter gasoline four-wheel drive pickup assembled in Louisiana. All the information one would need about it, which is handy if you're looking at a used vehicle, you know, and it's snowing or it's cold. You plug it in, it gives you the information. You don't have to depend on paperwork. The maintenance schedule is kind of cool. You know, it will show you what should be done just in case it's a vehicle you're not familiar with. And then, of course, it will show you any recalls that might exist. If it's a laundry list, you would probably want to address it. So then you could go back here, and the small check feature, you click Continue. It's going to show you some of the information here, you know, that might exist. So you basically say Scan. And this is really handy in areas that have emissions. So if I was to buy a vehicle that's less than 20 years old, so if it's, you know, basically from year 2000 to present day, to tag it in Maryland, you have to get an emissions test every 2 years. So this would tell me if there was an issue with it. This alone is huge for me because I've bought a few vehicles where I had to really tinker to pass it. It's not a guarantee it's going to pass, but if any of these are not green, you know that you're not going to pass for sure. And then, of course, you can go into the overall status. Your check engine light is off. It will give you all the information related to it and how many miles may have went since trouble codes were cleared, all kinds of crazy information in there. But then, of course, what you really want to do is click on Read Codes, and that's going to let you scan your vehicle. I'm going to just drive up a little bit to try to get in some shade here. And then when you say check engine light, it's going to scan. No codes were found. So that's good. So this is going to basically give you very easily ways to do everything. You can go to Live. That's going to show you data sources so you can configure it to see any live streams that might be in here. Like you could say you want to check the engine coolant temperature, and then you can go back and it's showing me that the engine's 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, I really like that you can get these streams of data. You know, you could also go to vehicle speed 0, which is, you know, what you'd expect. I'm just sitting here. Some other things that are really nice would be like your mass airflow rate, if you think you're getting a issue with your mass airflow sensor. So that's going to show you the range it should be in and what you're currently at. So, you know, it just gives you raw access to data. I'm not a mechanic, but I can tell you this stuff is really important. And the EVAP system pressure is huge, because I had this issue on my Silverado. So it's going to tell me on the Silverado what exactly is happening with my EVAP, which I'm going to hop over to that vehicle and I'll show you exactly a vehicle with an error that's happening with it. So this is a 2008 Chevy Colorado, super easy to hook up. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this bad boy. I'm going to turn this truck off, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to my other vehicle, and I'm going to show you what happens when there's actually an engine light going on with the EVAP sensor. So now I'm in my 2003 Chevy Silverado. This is my work truck. I literally only use this for house projects and going to the dump. And the BlueDriver would just plug in to the ODBII port. It's going to light up blue, and I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle. And now I'm going to walk on over where I can get in some shade here and show you what's happening on the screen. Now, I bought this Silverado brand new in 2003, and I've put 274,550 miles on it. And this is the check engine light. I know it's related to the EVAP sensor, and I know that because I had a cheap scan tool that I used to get the code, but it didn't really give me a lot of other data. But the cheap scan tool I used was just one of these, you know, $19 tools that you can buy at AutoZone. It may be like 10 bucks now, and it works fine. I keep it in the glove box just in case there's ever an issue. But again, this is just my work truck. I don't use it a ton, but when I do use it, I need it working pretty flawlessly. So let me go ahead and get this screen queued up where we can actually see it. There we go. I think that's good. And then, you know, you're going to want to go into the BlueDriver app. It's going to connect to the sensor. It says it found it. It's initializing, which is exactly the functionality that you'd want. So it's initialized. I can go to read codes. I can say check engine light, and then it's going to read, and it will pick up, in theory. I got to enter the odometer, which is weird. So I entered the odometer, 274,550 miles. Click continue, and there's one code, which is the EVAP sensor. It's actually saying it's the system vent control. So you can click it, and it gives you these pro tips about what you would want to do to remedy it. And I have to agree to the terms. I didn't have this on the other one, I guess, because I didn't have it. But then it's going to actually pull the data up, and it's going to show me information. And it said replace the canister vent solenoid. So it's kind of cool that it will show you what to do. And then you can click this, and it will take you to the actual part on Amazon. And this is a $16 part to repair that engine code. Of course, you still got to hook it up and all that good stuff. So the same thing on this vehicle. You can go back here, and you can click on smog check. And this one's saying it would pass, but actually I know it wouldn't because that check engine light is on. So let me just scan it again and see maybe if... So in this example, it shows that the small readiness check failed. So this would be a prime example of a vehicle that you know would need work. Initially, it just wasn't picking it up, so you definitely want to go ahead and say scan. And then you can go in here and look at vehicle info like I showed you on the other one. You can get all the specifications of the vehicle. It's a V8 4.8 liter. Everything that you would need, assembled in Pontiac, Michigan. But the key is reading the codes, reading the check engine light, and of course finding out that it is a EVAP system control circuit. So what I would do is just take a screenshot of that. Actually, you don't even need to take a screenshot. You can click the little share icon and you can email it to yourself. It makes a PDF. So I'm gonna go ahead and just email this bad boy to me. That's pretty cool. So then I can, you know, inside my office, I can actually determine what it is and what parts I would need. I'm gonna clear this code just by clicking on the delete button. Confirm clear. I'm gonna say okay, and it's gonna go ahead and delete the check engine EVAP sensor code. You can see that it is now off the dash. I'm just curious to see how quick that might come back. And then I'm gonna go back here, I'm gonna click on read codes, and I'm gonna make sure nothing else comes back, which it shouldn't, because I cleared the one, so no codes found, which is what I expect. And then I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna read dash lights as well, and just see exactly that there's nothing specific related to that popping up. So this is the BlueDriver. Look, it's a lengthy video. It's all pretty self-explanatory. But if you're thinking about spending the 90 bucks and buy this, you can at least see what it's like without just reading reviews. That was really the intent of this video. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out my blog, jams.net, jamz.net, and let me know if you have any questions and all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day.